In the glittering whirlwind of high fashion's grandest spectacles, where wings unfurl like dreams made tangible and spotlights chase shadows of doubt, Tyra Banks' absence from the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show 2025 stood out like a deliberate pause in a symphony. The supermodel turned mogul, whose strut once commanded runways and shattered ceilings, chose distance over dazzle this year, her voice carrying across oceans to explain why. From the sun-kissed shores of Australia, where she's planted roots for a life beyond lingerie and lights, Tyra shared her story, not as an evasion, but as an affirmation of a career arc that bends toward empowerment and evolution. "I'm in Australia," she admitted plainly, her tone laced with the easy confidence of someone who's traded catwalks for boardrooms. It's a revelation that underscores her journey from angel to architect, a woman who's redefined success on her own vibrant terms. Picture the scene of the 2025 show, October 15th in New York, a riot of sequins and swagger as Adriana Lima, Barbara Palvin, Gigi Hadid, and a cadre of fresh faces reclaimed the stage after last year's triumphant return from a 5-year slumber. The air hummed with anticipation, feathers fluttering like whispered secrets, each step a nod to the brand's storied allure. Yet, amid the fantasy bras and thumping bass, one familiar silhouette was missing: Tyra, the trailblazer who walked 9 iterations of the event, her presence as integral to Victoria's Secret lore as the iconic pink logo itself. Her explanation, delivered in a candid chat, peels back the layers of a life now split between hemispheres. Commitments to her ice cream empire, SMiZE and Dream, pulling her down under, where innovation simmers sweeter than any runway high. "I don't know. We'll see," she mused about future appearances, leaving the door ajar with her signature optimism. Tyra's bond with Victoria's Secret is woven into the fabric of her origin story, a tapestry of firsts and fortitude that began in the 1990s when she was just a wide-eyed hopeful from Inglewood, California. As the first black woman to grace their pages and podiums in groundbreaking ways, she didn't just walk the line, she redrew it, kicking open doors for the diversity that now blooms on every stage. 10 years of being an angel with them, she reminisced warmly, her voice a bridge between past glories and present pride. Being the first black model in many things for them. Breaking down those doors and now seeing all that beautiful diversity following that door that we opened is so beautiful. Those words carry the weight of history, evoking the battles fought in casting rooms and the victories celebrated in sold-out arenas. Tyra wasn't merely a participant, she was a catalyst, her poise under pressure inspiring waves of models who followed, from Naomi Campbell's fierce solidarity to the inclusive casts of today. Her 2024 return, after nearly 2 decades away, was a masterstroke of nostalgia and reinvention, a catwalk cameo that blended the fierce strut of her youth with the wisdom of her 50s. At 51, Tyra didn't mince steps, she owned them, channeling the show's rebranded ethos of body positivity and multifaceted femininity. "Victoria's Secret is an American staple," she gushed, elevating the brand from mere lingerie line to global institution. That endorsement, born of genuine affection, highlights her role in its revival. Consultations behind the scenes, pep talks for nervous newcomers, a quiet advocacy that ensured the show's comeback honored its roots while embracing progress. Yet, her absence this year speaks volumes about growth's quiet demands. The pull of family with 9-year-old son York Banks Asla by her side in Australia since 2023, and the thrill of entrepreneurial ventures that feed her soul as much as fame ever did. Reflecting on her mid-2000s retirement from modeling, Tyra frames it not as retreat but as recalibration. "I can be a businesswoman," she told a glossy magazine last year, listing triumphs like her Harvard certificate, Stanford lectures, and the delectable launch of SMiZE ice cream with the fervor of a woman who's cracked the code to having it all. That mid-aughts pivot, from runway retiree to America's next top model creator, was a seismic shift, birthing a franchise that democratized fashion's gates for aspiring diverse talents. Now, ensconced in Sydney's vibrant expat scene, she juggles parenting with product pitches, her days a mosaic of school runs and flavor testing sessions. The Victoria's Secret show, once a yearly ritual, has evolved into a cherished memory, viewed perhaps from a beachside laptop, cheers silent but sincere. What makes Tyra's story so compelling is its defiance of stereotypes, the myth that women must choose between glamour and gravitas, youth and yield. The world has changed to see that, as women, we don't have to be a stereotype and to fit into one mold, she asserted, her excitement palpable. "And so I feel very excited and fortunate to come back and celebrate all of myself and not feel like I have to cut off a piece to be taken seriously." This philosophy permeates her post-modeling empire, books like Unboss, where she dismantles corporate ladders for collaborative climbs, motivational speaking gigs that rally rooms with SMiZE, that soulful smile she trademarked, and philanthropy through the Tyra Banks Foundation, empowering girls with media literacy and self-worth workshops. Her Australian chapter adds a fresh hue, collaborations with local designers, yoga retreats under eucalyptus canopies, a life where success smells like salted caramel and feels like ocean breezes. As the 2025 show's roster dazzled, Candice Swanepoel soaring in golden wings, Bella Hadid channeling ethereal edge, Tyra's remote rooting carried a special resonance. She knows the grind intimately, the pre-show squats and carb loads Gigi Hadid champions, the 60-pound wing weights that test metal as much as poise. From afar, she celebrates the sisterhood, texting encouragements or live-tweeting highlights, her influence undimmed by distance. It's a full-circle moment for a woman who, alongside Heidi Klum and Cindy Crawford, turned the VS runway into a launchpad for legends. Their collective starts, Tyra's breakout in 1995, strutting in jewel-toned teddies, paved paradises for today's trailblazers, a lineage of lithe limbs and lion-hearted legacies. In Missing 2025, Tyra isn't absent. She's omnipresent, her ethos infusing the event's DNA. The show's evolution, from controversial fantasy to empowering extravaganza, mirrors her own. Inclusive sizing, mental health panels, sustainability spotlights that echo her advocacy. Fans, scrolling post-show recaps, miss her larger-than-life energy but applaud her authenticity, flooding socials with #TyraTakesAustralia and memes of her smizing over scoops. Industry insiders buzz about potential cameos in 2026, perhaps a hybrid virtual strut or guest judging gig, but Tyra plays coy, prioritizing the "we'll see" that keeps possibilities percolating. Ultimately, Tyra Banks' sidestep from the 2025 spotlight is a love letter to liberation, a reminder that icons don't dim, they diversify. From Inglewood dreams to international ice cream dreams, her path illuminates the beauty of bold choices. As Victoria's Secret soars anew, Tyra watches with gratitude, her heart full of the doors she kicked wide. In a world that once demanded she fit a mold, she now molds the world, one empowered step at a time. Here's to the angels who fly solo and soar highest,